Do you think you know the basics of an annuity? Well, by the end of this video, I will make sure that you have all the facts so that you know exactly what the basics of an annuity are before signing on that dotted line. I'm Michael Malone, and for the best annuity advice and information, be sure to subscribe to my channel here and click on that notification bell so that you'll receive notices when I upload new videos. Now, one of the first things I would share with you in regards to the basics of an annuity is that an annuity is an actual contract between the owner of the annuity, which we'll get into a little bit, and the insurance company offering the annuity. So that's one of the unique things when it comes to an annuity is it is an actual contract. If you're different than, say, if you're investing in, say, stocks or bonds or mutual funds, etc. The annuity is a contract in which the insurance company has certain obligations to the owner of that annuity. Now, the second thing that I would share with you in regards to the basics of an annuity is there are really four parties to an annuity. The first party we just kind of talked about, and that is the insurance company. So that insurance company is going to be the first party. The second party is going to be the owner of the annuity. And we'll get into each of these a little bit more in depth. But you have the insurance company that's offering the annuity. You have the owner of the annuity. You have also the third party to an annuity is what's called the annuitant. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth as well. And then the fourth party to the annuity is the beneficiary. So again, you have four parties to an annuity. One being the insurance company, two being the owner of the annuity, the third being the annuitant, and then fourth being the beneficiary of the annuity. And we'll talk about each of those a little bit more in depth, including the insurance company, which, as I mentioned, is the first party to the annuity. And as I mentioned, the annuity is a contract, and the insurance company is the party that is issuing the annuity under that contract, and the insurance company is the party to this annuity that has certain obligations within that contract that they must uphold according to the contract for that annuity. So that's the role that the insurance company is playing as their part in these four parties of an annuity. They're responsible for the contract, and they are responsible for the obligations that they've given to the owner of the annuity. And by the way, if you would like to have an annuity uniquely designed for you and specifically around guaranteed retirement income, do feel free to click on the link down below to apply to become my client. And also, I would recommend, after you're done watching this video, I would recommend viewing the other video that I created called How to Get an Annuity. Now, in that video, you're going to learn, obviously, how to go about getting an annuity if you determine that that is actually one of the appropriate tools in the retirement planning that you're doing. And I'll include a link to that video in the description for you down below. And as I mentioned, the next party to an annuity is the owner. And I just mentioned that the first party, the insurance company, has certain obligations to the owner. So the owner, as one of the parties of the annuity, is, as it says, the owner of the annuity. So the owner is the individual or party that is opening up the annuity as an investment, typically funding the annuity as an investment. So far we have the insurance company that has those obligations, and we have the owner of the annuity, which is the owner of the investment, and typically the party that is funding the annuity. And the next party that I mentioned being a part of the basics of how an annuity works was the annuitant. Now, I guess one thing I would mention first is that the owner of the annuity and the annuitant of the annuity very often are the same, but they don't have to be. The owner of the annuity, as an example, might be a parent that is opening up the investment, funding the investment, but the annuitant, may be a child, as an example, or someone else that the obligations that the insurance company have are going to be based on. Now, what I mean by that is the annuitant, and it very well may be yourself also as the owner, but the annuitant is the individual in the party that the obligations of the annuity are going to be based on. So that annuitant's age, as far as when the guaranteed retirement income can be turned on, which typically the earliest is 59 and a half, that is going to be based on the age of the annuitant. When a death benefit may be paid out from the annuity is also going to be based upon when the annuitant passes away. So again, so far we have the insurance company, which has the obligations in the annuity. We have the owner, which is opening the annuity investment and funding it. And then we have the annuitant, that all those obligations inside that contract are based on. And I would say again that the annuity owner and the annuitant are very often the same person, but they don't have to be. And as I mentioned, it could be, as an example, maybe a parent opening up an annuity and having a child as the annuitant. And now the fourth party that I mentioned to kind of the basics of an annuity was the beneficiary, if you remember. The beneficiary is the individual, the trust, the organization that is going to receive any death benefit that may be paid out by the annuity, or even sometimes the ongoing guaranteed income from an annuity once the annuitant passes away. So again, the beneficiary, that fourth party to the annuity, is the individual, maybe a trust, or maybe an organization that is going to receive that potential lump sum death benefit, or maybe ongoing guaranteed income that is still an obligation of the insurance company once the annuitant has passed away. So again, you can kind of see here how the annuitant in an in an annuity is very important, because when we can turn on the income is based on the annuitant, and if there's going to be something of a death benefit paid out to a beneficiary, that's also going to be paid based on the death of the annuitant. So once again, let's just touch on these once again. You have the four parties as far as the basics of an annuity. You have the insurance company with the obligations. You have the owner, which typically is going to be yourself, who is opening up the annuity as an investment and funding it. You third have the annuitant, which again, the owner and the annuitant are very often the same. And the obligations inside of that annuity to the insurance company are going to be based on the annuitant, the age of the annuitant in particular, and the passing or death of the annuitant. And then the fourth party was that beneficiary, who is going to receive a death benefit if that is part of the annuity, or ongoing guaranteed income once the annuitant has passed away. And once again, I would say that if you would like to have an annuity specifically designed for you around retirement guaranteed income, uniquely to your needs, do feel free to click on the link down below to apply to become my client. And then also, if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching, and I hope something good happens to you out there today.